Hey guys, we are live from the Brojo for
Sometimes they just want to be ripped as fuck.
another.
I know people who take steroids and they're not ripped at all.
We are here for
Isn't that
Damn
for
Game
Boyz,
Boys,
Or is that actually
our
steroids?
weekly video game podcast that we're not talking about steroids
But
about.
they took them
Oh,
to
for
get
God's sake.
jacked, and then
And
they're
they
just
never got
they're
jacked?
just not. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they look like John still. It's just no offense, John.
Maybe they could just
To be
lift,
fair, I'm tiny but dense.
maybe they could lift a shit ton though.
But I just mean these
They're
are
just
people.
not jacked.
These are people who want to look like Hulk Hogan type
Yeah.
jacked, and then they're just like they don't put in the work, so they don't.
So they
Yeah.
just
I'm
take the
Kien
roids.
Ibanez, by the way.
Are we
Nobody
still-
cares.
Still going?
So they just take the
I'm
roids and just
Eli.
never lifted. I'm Zach.
How about you shut the fuck up and stop talking about steroids?
I'm curious, man.
Dude, this is a gaming podcast. This is what we talk about.
I'm John
Sports
Dean.
is a real game.
Nerdy people want to know about steroids. Damn it.
And
I'm
you
John
are.
Dean.
He said.
Fiend Reflection number 2.
Oh yeah, anybody can take that card.
For
by
those
the
of
way.
you, for
Fuck.
those that don't know what that is, Gil, what
A
is
bird
that?
beast that summons reinforcements with a hand mirror.
Is
Yeah,
that
it's not a good
steroids?
card.
Not really.
Yeah, that's what Ryan
It's like
said.
a 2-star card, isn't it?
4.
Is it
Wow.
on steroids?
No, it's an old card that has no use anymore.
What have you guys been playing lately?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Gil, have you been playing anything? You have been playing the Yu-Gi-Oh phone game. How do you like that?
Oh, well, then not Yu-Gi-Oh.
Actually, I haven't played that in a while. It's okay, though.
Really? Like, so what's the difference between, like, the card game and this phone game?
Cards.
Yeah, basically.
One's
You get less-
physical, the other isn't.
Well, you only get three
Three
summon
spaces.
zones
and spells.
instead of 5. Yeah.
Basically, they
That's
cut
I can
the
see
board
why
down a
people
little.
would have judged you at that Magic tournament.
Why?
Well, you only get 3 summon zones and stuff, and then you take that to Magic, and it just sounds nerdy and
Well,
stupid.
I'm just noting the differences between Duel Links and regular
You get
Yu-Gi-Oh.
3 spots for monsters, 3 spots for spells. So far, they only have fusion monsters. Don't have anything beyond that.
For extra deck
Nerds.
monsters.
Even though Eli.
It really
That's
changes
cool.
the way the
Magic.
game
Yu-Gi-Oh?
works, like,
No,
a
Magic.
lot.
Well, yeah, they're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, you can't, yeah.
How does it change the
non-nerd.
game?
A lot of, like,
I'm
current...
discriminating against everybody.
Discriminate.
A lot of, like, current... like...
Discrimination.
Shut the fuck up, Zach!
A lot of like current game play styles and stuff basically revolve around the idea that you can lay down 5 or spells or monsters, and like the 3 zones really brings back a lot of like older style.
Crinkle in the package, piece of shit.
Complaining to us about that?
A lot of like older style like play styles. So like the older cards actually can make a difference now in the Duel Links more so, which is why they've only introduced like fusion so far.
Speaking of card games that are better than Yu-Gi-Oh, you ever played Faria on Steam? It's free.
I have not, but I have watched other people play it. I mean, the only reason that I haven't played it is because I don't generally play games on my computer that often.
You know what we never did?
I get that.
Discussed who would win between Thor and an assassin.
Oh, shit, you're right.
So are we going to
Isn't
do it
that
at the end of this?
We just might as well just do it now.
To be fair, it's not that I don't like PC gaming, it's just that like sometimes I spend so much time at a computer doing like work type stuff that I don't want to like sit at a computer while I play games. Because I just feel like I'm just sitting at a computer
Playing
too much.
games.
I don't know. That,
So are you
I
gonna-
get sucked into whatever I'm playing. It
Into
doesn't
this
matter if it's
video to
console.
that one?
Yeah, that happens sometimes too, like when I play Doki Doki.
Eli takes on the role.
I do.
Take
I don't
on-
know, yeah. Because I spend a lot of time on my computer doing this shit, and then at work I'm on a computer like sending files to people. I sometimes try not to play computer games. I have fucking Mineswiper and Doom downloaded on the computer at work though that I play sometimes.
I transfer back and forth between college work and games because I play like strategy games like Civ with people while I'm doing college work because it's just turns and they take for fucking ever. So it works.
Gets done with one.
So one thing I like about like
turn.
turn-based RPGs is like if I need to do something else, I can just fucking put the controller down and leave.
You can do that in any game. You can just pause.
Yeah, but some games don't have pause.
Yeah, like Dark Souls.
Dark Souls is
Yeah.
retarded and it's not a game I'd play, so I don't have that issue.
John is just like, wanna fight?
I mean, to be fair, I am re-going through Dark Souls 1, and I'm at a point where I really hate it. It's like there's a boss, Ornstein and Smo, and it's a 2 versus 1 boss.
Is it the fat one and the lightning dude?
Yeah, and everybody talks about it like it's the greatest 2v1 fight ever created, but it's really not.
I'm not a fan of Dark Souls.
It's like unblockable attacks followed by unblockable attacks followed by unblockable attacks.
Just wait till you get to do that portably.
Or the community of people it spawned, where they're just
Wow.
like, man, you don't like Dark Souls because you're not good at it. It's like, no, I just don't like Dark Souls.
No, I actually dislike those people too.
I'd have to play it to not be good at it.
I don't like the. I can understand why people don't like Dark Souls.
I don't like it because of the lore.
I think the one thing that gets me
Which is a really
about
weird
like
reason.
the one thing that gets me about Dark Souls is that the reviews that have spawned for other games.
That too, yeah. Where it's like, this is the Dark
Dark
Souls
Souls
of
of
bullet
Dark-
hells.
Yeah.
That's not.
Cuphead.
That's not Dark Souls' fault.
Yeah, I know.
That's
but
bad writing's fault.
That's what
Crash
I mean.
Bandicoot, the new Dark Souls.
I just literally
Dark
was
Souls
like,
2, the Dark Souls of Dark Souls.
as I'm looking, yeah, as like I was looking through fucking articles and like news that was worthy. I was looking at reviews, and one of the reviews says, it finally took me playing Dark Souls to understand how Monster Hunter World works. I'm like, no,
No.
absolutely not.
Get the hell
roll
out of here.
around and shoot things.
Combat system is kind of similar. Monster Hunter is nowhere near as like
Difficult,
punishing as
yeah.
punishing
Yeah, I
as
was
Dark
gonna say, I
Souls.
feel
I mean, like, I
it's-
guess the potion, the idea of like the potion not working if you do other actions
You can
and you
still
wait-
sprint with that.
and you waste a potion, I can get that. But like, initially, no, like, I get like, you can roll away from a monster's attack, and that's like Dark Souls.
If you die, you get more chances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're just like, and you're back with all your shit. Get back in the fight.
yeah. And if you die, I've come to that realization, if you die multiple times and like you come back, like you get 3 tries, but then like, I died those 3 tries and they came back and I like killed the one easily. I'm like, huh, it's holding my
I
hand.
think
Yeah.
you told me already, but what weapon are you maining?
Bow.
I like the bow quite a bit.
I tried the sword and shield, and I never really utilized the block.
And you are maining big longsword, or you?
Yeah, longsword.
That longsword is the most used thing in that game.
Yeah,
Because it's one of the better ones.
because it
I
has
think
it
it's
has
just
high
fucking
attack and defense.
standard.
Like, it's
Well,
attack.
if you can learn the combos right, you can do like pretty much the most damage out of anything.
I would
Mhm.
use
The-
the longsword if they didn't all look like katanas, and if they called them katanas or some sort of Asian sword, just somebody will correct me on that. Then I'd fucking use them. But
They don't, because there's a katana itself. Like, there's an iron katana and bone katana. There's a katana class.
Yeah, I know, but they're not.
Those long swords look more like a bastard sword than anything else.
Bastard sword.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't like curvier swords, which isn't like an Asian thing or curvy European swords.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
thing is, like I said, I use the combination axe and
Is it the charge blade?
the charge blade. It's the axe and sword shield. Because, like, I mean, for me, it's useful for, like, the sword and shield is useful for smaller creatures, because then I'm more mobile. And then the axe is useful for bigger creatures, so then I can take it down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
right now I'm
but-
using the Bone Chattel 4.
Part of my choice also is the fact that the people I play with, one of them is using the longsword already, and so I didn't
Yeah.
want to just do the same. And then my brother started using the charge blade. Now he's using the hammer, so he kind of just like beats the shit out of their head, while the other guy tries to cut off their tail, and I just shoot the shit out of their wings.
Yeah, that's kind of why I also keep upgrading like bows and shit, so that when I play with people, I'm
Yeah.
not like up in their faces with them. Because pretty much everybody plays a melee.
I play support, actually.
No.
I actually upgraded my bagpipe.
Because like when I play with Wolber, he usually uses like the hammer or the Buster Sword.
Now, well, I said that, like most people play melee, but for some reason, all the people I end up playing with, they always use the bow.
Oh, really?
And since I use the bow, it'll be like, my friend will have the hammer, then there will be 3 people using the bow. So the monster will just be like beating his ass or trying to chase us around. He'll just be like running after it, trying to hit it.
Like, we got you, man.
So
We
fucking
got you.
dumb.
The bows actually are really good.
We're all just spread out.
The bow is actually comparatively to like the guns and shit. I like the bow a lot.
Yeah, but like talking about its damage, I always feel it's like, oh my god, they deal so much more in one hit than me. I can just fire super fast.
Yeah.
I don't have to be near it. because he was talking about his hammers, and it's like, yeah, it does like 800 damage or something like that. And I was like, holy fuck! If a bow goes over 200, I'm just impressed.
Yeah, when
Because
if you charge up the power up meter on the longsword, it has like 3 different levels. If you get it past that first level, when you use one of the thrust moves, you actually like jump up in the air and then come down on it, and it does like 4 to 5 hits, and generally like with the katana or
Buster Sword.
no, it's the longsword. Generally with mine, I usually do between like 29 for each one of those and like 59 damage. So that's like 29 to 59 times like 4 or 5.
See,
The
it's
fun perk about the charge blade for me though is that when you use your sword and shield, there's a gauge that fills up, and then you can use that to your advantage.
yeah.
So like I beat the shit out of those small monsters, but that gauge is still there for me. And then when the big monster comes, I'm like, oh boy, here we go.
Something I really like about the bow is you just don't have to sharpen it.
Mhm.
Even the hammer, you have to sharpen the hammer.
Yeah,
Are you
even
fucking
the
kidding?
even the hunting horn you have to sharpen.
Yeah.
Because he started using that, and he's like, what the fuck am I even sharpening on this? I used the hammer part, not this piece of shit blade on it.
That's ass.
I like how because in the original games you had to find whetstones and shit.
You just get one.
Yeah, you just get one.
I think you can.
Is it
There's
just
whetstone
one that you can
fish.
Mhm.
Sharpen
That
it.
makes
like-
more sense,
You
honestly.
can get whetstone fish, and I don't know if they do it better or what.
I have no
'Cause
idea.
you get their scales, and then
Mhm.
but like I used the bow, so I was like, I have no use for these scales. Just fucking threw them out.
I sell a lot of the shit that I end up getting though, because there's not a lot of things I really want for the armors I want are very difficult to do, so I have to redo quests
Yeah.
to do them. And I think that's the one thing I like about Monster Hunter Worlds is that if I go back, I'll use a different weapon. That's the only time I'll
Well,
use a different.
what's your hunter rank?
I can't remember.
Nah,
It's a legitimate number.
Once you start getting past like hunter rank 40, you really need all that extra armor.
Mm-hmm.
Like it pays to make all the armor, because when you start fighting those other monsters that
Deal
do like
elemental
specific
damage,
elemental damage, you're gonna want that shit
Oh.
because they're
I mean, I realize that I have set specific armors, knowing that
past hunter rank like 40, you start hitting shit
So,
that just does like 1-hit kills.
on the
Have you
positive.
fought the dragons then? Like the
Yeah.
Okay. Those with the bow, Tiastra, and the actual dragon-looking one. That's like wind-based. They have shields, and they're super. Like your arrows just bounce off half
Yeah.
the time. And it's like, oh, not doing anything in this fight.
Using ranged definitely makes some of those flyers a lot easier though
Oh,
too.
yeah, you just break through ones.
Like whenever I'm hunting wyvern, it's definitely going with bow.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I ain't waiting for him to fucking land. Shit's retarded.
Go.
I really do enjoy this game though, and I like that the story isn't like a story. It just is it's just there.
I like that the lips of the people don't match the words they're saying.
Ever.
No.
That's my favorite.
I like how the long dialogue and you get hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me laugh because like the facial animation is actually pretty bad. And like Mass Effect Andromeda got so much shit for it.
Well, yeah, but this is more like an MMO, so it's
Yeah.
acceptable. Anyway.
It's a better Destiny in my opinion because you don't get shitty transactions.
Back to what we were playing, I guess.
Anyway, yeah, so
Well, we were playing Worlds, so
we were all playing Worlds. Zach, what have you been
I
playing?
haven't been playing anything, so you guys basically covered it.
You fucking suck. Anyway, yeah.
So
I've been
you like to
playing-
play fighting games, right?
Depends which fighting game.
Injustice.
I haven't played that for a long time.
But you
Well,
like
I mean,
it,
you
right?
did play Fighter Z
That's
though,
alright.
right?
Yeah, I've been playing fighters a lot.
Fighter Z.
They
Still
released,
call
like,
it
a-
Fighter Z.
Fuck it, I'm still calling it Fighter Z. I don't care.
I think everyone's still calling it Fighter Z.
They let you change the dialogue to English now, so it makes the game like 100 times better.
Almost zero.
And the only reason I'm saying now, because this could have been a patch that released like a long time ago, is because like I played it on day 1 and day 2 for like 70 hours straight.
Jesus Christ,
And
John.
so I took like
Numbers don't
That's
add up.
day 3.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I put like 70 hours into the game and then decided I was
breaking
like,
space time to make this shit work.
and then The time clock on the
He's
game
Oprah.
right now says that I've passed like 86 hours.
Jesus Christ,
And
John.
most of that was from like right after release. But I played it for so long, and then I was like, I'm gonna play some Monster Hunter, and then basically played Monster Hunter for 2 weeks straight. So I don't know if they like brought the English dubs way earlier, but it really makes the game so much better because the Japanese sub is garbage.
What about it is garbage?
What do you think?
The Japanese part.
The fact that there's literally like 30 old grandma
Or Asian.
voice actors doing a bunch of buff dudes.
And Kien thinks
Vegeta's
that's
voiced
fine.
by a dude.
Barely.
And Kien
They
thinks
need to
that's
take
fine.
all of those Japanese voice actors, push them out of the building where they do all that shit, lock the door behind them, then go up like 3 floors, lean out the window, and shoot them all.
I genuinely don't have a problem with this. I guess I'm one of those people.
It's not good.
So what you're saying is you want to take Grandma to the farm.
Dragon Ball Sub
Old Yeller.
is worse
Take 'em
than
out
Black
back.
Clover. I'm gonna say it.
That's okay. You get like personally for me, and this is
Especially Goku.
I've made this point. Like Dragon Ball in America is super like power based. Like
It's the same show in Japan.
it's more goofy in Japan though.
It's
Like
not as power based.
it's
not.
more goofy. It's supposed to be more goofy. Like
It's
originally
not, though.
Dragon Ball was
There's
supposed to be
an episode
goofy.
where Goku throws a fight with Hercule, and when Hercule punches him, he literally goes flying.
Grabs
and then-
his tractor.
Yeah, goes, oh, I almost broke out my tractor, and then grabs his tractor and then continues to fly off.
I like that episode a lot.
I mean, he's Hercule, so it's a little.
I mean, I know everyone else hated that episode.
It's a filler episode.
I enjoy that filler a lot. But, like, essentially for me, when I think of Dragon Ball, and this is just because it originally was supposed to be more of a goofier thing, but Shonen kept, like, being like, to Toriyama, like, you gotta make it more serious. Cell looks ugly, so, like, every time Cell evolved, he became, quote-unquote, prettier, or whatever. So
I think it's the opposite. I think that they take the English version a lot less seriously. I
don't-
really don't think we would have gotten Majin Buu's voice actor if that wasn't the case.
No, I really, like, again, teach their own. I really think that, like, in Japan, they play it off more goofier than they do in America.
Damn goofy bastards.
Because, like, I don't mind I don't mind the voice actor for Goku.
I do. Shit gives me a fucking headache by the end of one episode.
I'm
I'm like not kidding. Like that shit's fucking trash. Anytime that I see that a male character is being voiced by a female, I immediately don't watch it because I know I'm not gonna like it. Because it's dumb. It's a dumb idea.
I guess.
No, it's not an I guess. It's dumb.
I guess.
Would you like sounding like a 5-year-old boy?
I'm not like, I don't even,
Or a
like,
10-year-old girl?
It's not even like a 5-year-old boy.
it's not, like, my thing about that, like, subs are fine, like,
I haven't even hit the fucking trailers.
No.
I don't have any problem with subbed anime.
I just think
I have
Asian
a
and
problem
then you
with Dragon
threw
Ball
it
sub.
everywhere.
Okay,
That was
like-
Worlds. That was better than Dragon Ball.
like, my thing is, like,
No,
I
you're
don't
throwing
have,
it in there with
it's,
him.
I have no
He's
problem
screwed
with
up.
it, because, like, I like One Piece a lot, too, and One Piece and Luffy is voiced by a girl, and I think that makes
I
sense.
don't like the sub for One Piece either.
I love the sub for One Piece.
I honestly don't really like some of the voice actors for the dub of One Piece though either.
Because, like, Luffy's still voiced by a girl in the dub, so, like, I have no problem with it. I'm just
I
like,
don't
fine.
like. I don't like any time when they take a voice actor and like make it a different gendered person. It's a dumb idea.
Luckily, you don't have that in
What's
Injustice.
the first one, Gil? What's
Injustice.
Okay.
We get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm
Pizza.
pretty, like, we had this conversation when they first came out. We were wondering what would make them different. And for the most part, their attacks are different. I'm assuming their final smash, not their final smash.
Is the same.
It's just the same. It's the brotherly teamwork, bro!
I'm still wondering if it's actually like 4 separate characters, or if it's like you can pick one of the turtles, and then you'll like change which one you want to be, like it's a different costume.
alternate skins.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too.
The one thing that I don't like is that watching like the gameplay of them, it looks like they really just like rehashed some of the old Mortal Kombat combos into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like especially with Donatello and his staff, like it's pretty much exactly the same as a couple of the staff characters from Mortal Kombat. Like almost like down to frame for frame.
I mean, if they fit, like, yeah, I understand where you come from with that.
We need a comparison of the two.
Well, I mean, like, it's NetherRealms, like...
And then Leo's basically using some of Scorpion's combos too.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yep. I kind of wondered about that as well.
But instead of teleporting it, Raph, come here! I got you, dude! I like that concept, though. Instead of, like...
I don't, because I'll just spam those moves.
Characters-
Never hear what's going on.
Characters teleporting in an Injustice game makes no sense, but in Mortal Kombat it does. So, like, it's nice to, like, be like, boom, 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 and it's like, it's not a teleport, it's just Raphael kicking them from the back.
Wait, how doesn't it make sense in a superhero game?
Yeah, I feel like there's people that...
I mean, comparatively,
Dr. Fate teleports.
that makes
Flash
sense.
is fast enough to base
That makes sense, but
He's
like-
in Injustice.
Yeah, that makes sense, but if, like, Wonder Woman was teleporting and shit, because Wonder Woman has an attack that looks like it, I'm like,
I'm pretty sure she has a move where she throws her shield and it comes around back behind them.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like, that's kind
So
of
they
bullshit.
just basically do the same thing, it's
But
just
you
in different
reverse
ways.
It's just bullshit
Probably
to me.
not.
But, like,
Her thighs didn't even jiggle in the movie. They were like firmly planted.
I like Aquaman's...
Emphasis on firm.
Aquaman's movesets in
Just
all
like
these
my dick.
games are my fucking favorite because I still like Aquaman's. I don't know what the name of it is, so I just call them the Final Smash where he just
But
summons.
Aquaman teleports in the first Injustice.
Does he?
He literally
Yeah.
sinks into the ground in a
Yeah.
pool of water and then comes back up in
that
another
comes
pool of
back up.
water.
See, that makes no fucking sense.
Anyway,
It's not like it matters.
on to better games.
He evaporates.
Metro Exodus telling us how awesome it's going to be.
I actually really liked the Metro series, so I was excited for this when they announced it.
I haven't played them, but it looks cool as shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
very cool.
You should really try it. They're super linear, but they're pretty cool. I think one thing that I would like for them to work on is the shooting mechanic a little bit. There's nothing really wrong with it, it just doesn't feel that great. But, to be fair, a lot of, like, your guns are, like, makeshift, thrown together out of garbage guns. So,
Here's a banana peel shooter.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I mean, it's not that
This
gay.
isn't fucking Donkey Kong. Get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here.
right?
Look at this faggot over here trying to be a comedian.
Well, Gil, that's
Like,
fine.
one of
Look
the
at
guns...
this idiot over
TC
here.
up, bro.
Like,
Fine, look at this idiot over
one
here
of the
trying to be a comedian.
guns is like a kind of sort of medium range sniper rifle that shoots ball bearings. Like,
You can't just call
Or
people
it's just like
air
Dead
compressor.
Space. It's just like Dead Space with the foam finger.
Anyway,
That was actually fun.
Hilarious.
We need another dubstep gun though from Saints Row.
Saints Row 4.
Dubstep gun.
a dildo on a stick too.
Yeah.
Those were great.
Wasn't that the third one?
Yeah, that was Saints Row 3. I think they still had a dildo in 4. I think it was a different one though.
There's gonna be dildos in all of them from now on.
You know what?
I
there
just
isn't?
remember in Grand Theft Auto Vice City when you could walk into the police station
Yeah, you fucking
and go
dildo.
into the showers and there's a big ass purple dildo in
And you
there.
could use it to. Couldn't you use it to beat people
Yeah,
up?
it was basically the same weapon set as every other melee weapon. You basically swung it around like a sword.
Gotta love GTA for that.
But you know what's better than a dildo?
A segue that you're about to.
Shaq Fu.
commit?
Shaq Fu, yeah.
Shaq Fu.
Have you just taken over this thing, Gil, or?
I don't know.
Kien's just staring at a wall, wondering what he's done with his life.
I think.
I kind of felt like personally attacked by the Shaq Fu trailer though, honestly.
Personally attacked.
I liked Shaq Fu.
I think you felt attacked because everybody else was shitting on it.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
You were the
I mean,
only
they're
one
playing.
that was like, I
even-
liked it.
I'm sure there are more than just you that like it.
Yeah.
Although I'd fucking challenge you to find those people.
He said he liked it.
Oh, did he?
Kien said it.
I fucking don't mind Shaq Fu.
Yeah, he said he doesn't mind it, not that he liked it.
I mean, like, it wasn't the fucking worst game to come out ever.
Now,
I wouldn't call it a good game, but
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed
Much-
it.
Yeah.
So
much
it's
like
stupid
I think
fun,
it was
then.
Zach that said, I didn't think it was a real game. I thought it was just a
No,
joke.
no. I knew it was a game. I'm just saying, don't people make jokes about Shaq Fu?
Oh yeah,
I didn't
people
know it was
make
a real
egregious
joke.
amount of jokes. with Shaq
Or a
Fu.
real game. My bad. And so, yeah, that's something. Makes
Yeah.
me die a little bit inside. But,
That's okay. I mean, Nathan didn't think Friends was a real show.
No,
No Days of Our Lives.
Oh,
Friends
the
shouldn't have been a
show's
real
been
show.
going on for like 60 years.
Yeah, he thought it was just something that they made up for Friends.
Yeah, we had that. We talked about this. Yeah.
Oh, did we? Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That was a couple weeks
so
ago.
Shaq Fu,
A while
it
ago, actually.
looks interesting.
So the
I don't
original
know why.
Shaq Fu game was Shaq using kung fu fighting zombies. That's pretty much literally what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the older model looks better to me than the newer stuff they just.
Well, that's
showed us.
because they use like realistic rendered sprites, and
Yeah.
this is like
Cell
legit-
shaded,
This looks like fucking Plants vs Zombies.
and
Yeah.
it looks like there's a Plant vs Zombie fucking thing going for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
He does-
The animation looked kind of strange.
Gotta
He
go
does
play
get a
the-
cactus suit that shoots cactus spikes.
Isn't he
I
Shaq
like-
Diesel in this one though?
Yeah,
I
it said
like
Shaq
Plants
Diesel.
vs Zombies Garden Warfare, but like I don't like the art style in something like this.
I like how they gave him MMA gloves, and like I don't know, there's just something about this whole fucking game that like I wish they would have went with back with like doing a really bad cell shaded render of Shaq, doing really bad side kicks and punches.
I think they should have stuck with the realistic sprites.
Yeah,
I don't really give a shit.
Unless he throws a basketball, it's not
I
really awesome.
I genuinely don't think this will do very well, but it also could be like a Mario versus Rabbids
Rabbids.
thing where it's just like, yeah, this game is just fucking out of nowhere for no reason, but it's good.
Yeah.
Still
But
gotta
it's a
play
fighter,
that.
so I don't really care.
We still gotta play that.
it's not it's a beat 'em up more than it is a fighter.
Yeah, this is whatever. I don't give a shit.
Someday we'll own a Switch and we'll be able to play that.
I've already played through Mario Rabbids. So.
Bayonetta 2 is getting a Switch
Fantastic.
release.
It is.
Yeah, it's
Nah.
basically just getting re-released.
When did that game come out?
Ooh.
one?
It really wasn't that long ago.
That was like 3 years
Because
ago.
it came out on the Wii U exclusively.
Like a year.
So I think this is actually a really justified re-release.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of people that didn't play it because it only came out on the Wii U.
And now everybody's getting a Switch.
Yeah.
Enough.
Except
I mean,
us.
yeah, that's why they keep fucking adding games to it.
Except us.
Fuck you, I don't want to Switch.
I do.
They re-released Skyrim? I've already got Skyrim.
I
They're
can
gonna
play
bring
it
out-
on-
No, Zach, I told you why I wanted a Switch.
Yeah, that's a good point, yeah.
SNK Heroines
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
that's
reason I
right.
wanted the
Yeah.
Switch.
Well, you can get a Switch and then you can wait for it.
I mean, when
Legend of-
SNK Heroines comes out, I'll just buy a Switch and
See, the one reason I'd buy a Switch is for Legend of Zelda, but people keep telling me how awesome it is, it's making me hate it.
then.
I don't hear about
You're
it
that
much.
contrarian
I'm a
piece of shit.
contrarian at heart, yes.
Makes me angry. Just
People
because-
are like, this thing's so awesome, and then I start looking for flaws in it because I don't want to like it.
You know what's really good?
Segways.
Lord of the Rings.
No.
Segways.
There are definitely
Big.
flaws in Lord of the Rings, but I still love it. You can't take
Skyrim.
that. That was
Skyrim
from a
is
time.
fantastic.
That was
Is
from
that
a.
the-
I think he would
Is that the
actually.
one
I'll
the
buy
arrows-
Skyrim on my toaster when it comes out, but I mean,
Here,
No,
please
it was
fix it
Skyrim
for you,
on
turn
your
it into a
microwave.
Nintendo. Hand
I
it
come
think-
out
over.
for both.
I think you would actually enjoy Mario Rabbids.
Oh yeah, no, I think I
So.
would.
I mean,
So you should buy a
it's-
Switch, Eli.
No,
It's
we'll let you
basically-
borrow.
It's basically like XCOM without all the
Now,
punishment.
when you
porn.
say like XCOM, does it have the research of XCOM?
No.
Because weird opinion. That was my favorite part. Was all the non-combat parts.
Where you fucking look up
I'm
people
actually
you
like
should hire.
halfway in agreement at that point.
No, just
I
like
like
the
a lot-
research and like driving the ship around to each fucking location. That was my favorite.
I like a lot of that shit.
All the
too,
like
actually.
logistical and management type shit. That was what I liked in XCOM for some reason. And then the combat, I was just like, I gotta do it.
The secretary work is
com-
what you were down for.
Yes.
The combat makes me actually like really depressed.
Yeah, it
because
pisses me off.
I'll raise like a guy up to a bunch
Yeah.
of fucking levels and then he'll die.
Well, no,
and then I
and-
have to start over.
And then I'll be like, alright, this guy needs to hit this 90% from like 2 squares away, and it'll just be like, aim straight up, shoot in
Yeah,
the air. And it's just like,
exactly.
you fucking retard. Now everyone's gonna die.
But anyways,
Gotta start from the ground up.
when Kien gets a Switch for SNK Heroes, you can borrow it and we'll let you play Mario vs. Rabbids.
Why are you saying we like it's our fucking
Yeah,
double
I
Switch?
love how he buys it and instantly installed at your guys', but not mine for some
Because we'll
reason.
probably just be when he's
Our Switch!
when he's sleepy,
Asian community switch.
when he's sleepy, we'll just break in and you can have it for a while.
Then we go to Kingdom Hearts 3, and oh man,
Tres, mi amigo.
I am
Speaking of things that people say good things about, and I look for the flaws in,
He was definitely
Kingdom
looking
Hearts
for
3,
flaws.
I don't want it.
I'm not
I want
gonna
it to
say
fail.
that I'm excited for this game
I want it.
because I'm not excited for this game.
Good.
I really like Kingdom Hearts, but
No,
I'm
you
not
don't.
gonna be like, I'm not gonna be like, oh man, Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna be so dope until I've finished it.
yeah.
And then you're like, Kingdom Hearts
What?
is gonna be so dope when it comes out.
10 years from now.
I could definitely see it getting delayed again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it
Yeah,
happened again.
I think this is why they just
10
send you
years
a
delayed
trailer.
every
The
time
reason
Disney
why
makes a
they
new
put you
purchase.
Pretty
the
much.
reason why they put a trailer up, John, I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, it won't come out till 2020.
I'm just waiting. It's like,
I doubt they'll delay it
This is a
again.
400 gigabyte game. You can't have anything else on your system.
I don't know.
Suck
I've been
ass.
hearing a lot about the Final Fantasy VII remake actually almost being done, and so I'm
They
wondering.
delay it till 2021.
I'm wondering if that Kingdom Hearts 3 will get delayed because they've been spending a lot of time on that. And Square Enix is not a very big company. I mean, they're a big company, but they're not a very
Yeah,
large.
they announced that they were
amount of
trying to make a
people.
Marvel game, and we have not heard anything for a year and a half now.
It's
They're
gonna be 10
busy.
years, man.
Yeah, they.
There's only like 15 main guys in Square Enix.
Did
Yeah.
they say what Marvel game?
It's just a Marvel game. It's an Avengers game
No, well,
by Square Enix. It's probably a JRPG though.
unless it's the next like Ultimate Alliance, I don't give a shit.
Speaking
Ultimate
of which,
Alliance 4.
If they made an Ultimate Alliance,
They'd have to make 3
yeah,
first.
they're skipping over.
speaking of
It's gonna
which,
be
that's
so
like
bad.
one game
It'll
we
be
really want to
3 and
like.
4.
I really want us to have like a time where we all have a day off or something to like play through at least Ultimate Alliance 1.
Does that take a day?
I'll play it.
Yeah,
I'll be the Crimson Spider.
I'll use Thor because he's my man.
Speaking
Man,
of, when are we gonna get to that at the end of the video?
What?
The
Yeah,
fight,
Yeah,
the
fine.
fight night.
We could do that quick now.
Yeah.
Okay, segue.
Alright, so I guess the question is.
Just doing it in the middle of the game.
Gil, the king of Segway.
I guess the question is who would win in a fight?
I-
Thor with a baby hand.
I figured we
Who's
were
9
just gonna
feet tall?
Baby arm. 9 feet Thor with a baby arm.
9 feet Thor, huh? Thor with 9 feet?
I mean, baby.
9 foot.
No, I just
Nine
I just
6
figured
foot,
after
7
this
foot.
we were gonna make audio for that and just clip it on the end of the podcast. I don't know.
6 foot,
We're here.
7 foot.
We're here. This is where we're at.
Okay, so it's 9 foot tall Thor with 1 baby arm, dominant arm, so I'm guessing right, against a ninja with a
Assassin.
a ninja assassin with a
He's just been
helicopter
assassin.
with a helicopter beanie.
Literal
It's
helicopter.
literally a helicopter
So I picture Inspector Gadget style.
I picture the hitman
with a
barcode.
fire
Is it
sword.
47. Don't remember. 37.
I just
47.
imagine a beanie with a literal giant helicopter
Yeah,
on the top of
that's-
it.
It's a
I don't know. I
literal-
just kind of I was
Helicopter
picturing like
beanie.
the Inspector Gadget hat for some weird reason.
I just thought about
I
one of
don't
those
see
stupid
I think
little
it's just
propeller hats that you
it's just the propeller
start.
grants him flight because it's literal a helicopter. That being said,
It's still Thor.
he doesn't really go with it. So it's
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Like I can hardly keep a beanie on my head as is, and it's just foresee this thing
So, yeah,
falling
just like-
right off my head.
He's like,
straight
what
up in the air, and you're like, oh man, it's
He was like, what
Shit,
the fuck?
Unless
well,
he has like a chin strap for
At
it.
least I got this flame sword.
Yes, but Thor will definitely hear the propellers going.
And
You
also, did we choose? We chose Marvel Thor and not Mythology Thor, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Mythology Thor is just OP as shit compared.
It really
to
wouldn't matter.
He's a god.
Marvel Thor is OP as shit too.
Yeah, but he can be beaten.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, I mean, I feel like the baby arm isn't even like a handicap.
Yeah.
He's got another arm, And then Thor's hammer isn't even lifted like with strength. You can lift it if you're.
Well, I mean, it's
heart.
still lifted with strength, but he has technically like unlimited strength. It's weird, so he can still throw
Yeah,
damage.
but if you're pure of heart too, you can lift the hammer.
Yeah.
Because remember, Captain America almost lifts it.
He
I mean,
probably
he
So I
does
feel
in
like-
the comics.
Yeah, exactly.
There's like 30 people that
Yeah.
lift it in the comics.
Yeah.
Deadpool, Superman,
Everybody lifts
Spider-Man,
that bitch.
I'm pretty sure.
Spider-Man
Still-
2099.
Yeah.
How the hell did Deadpool lift it?
He's worthy.
How?
He fucking murders pedophiles.
He
He's
murders
crazy.
Everyone.
He's crazy, not evil.
Well, he also breaks the fourth wall. That might be something.
Yeah. But anyways, I feel like as long as you could get the baby arm down there, you could definitely pick up the hammer with said
You
baby
could probably
arm.
do it left-handed and just hand it to the baby arm.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I feel like Thor probably.
Okay, so
Like
Is it
assassin.
really?
Assassin is technically a broad term, so it could be anything. But
all right, fine. So
Still-
instead of picking like.
Pick up the hammer with his non-dominant arm and shoot the guy with lightning as he's like helicoptering.
Okay, so
to the
next
air.
time we'll take the disability cards, but we'll think of two characters that are similar and then just give them the disability cards.
that's fair. I like that.
So okay,
Doesn't it
I bet I could come up with a better argument for this.
okay.
I mean, not right now, but
Yeah.
Give me-
I thought
give me, like,
thought
a
you
little
had
bit.
ideas.
So like, okay,
Go ahead, John.
so with Venom coming out, I guess we'll just pit Venom against someone.
Carnage.
No, like not from the
That's a
same
fight
universe.
that's happened.
Yeah.
They can be. Eh,
Not
they can't
Bane.
really be from Marvel because most of them have fought each other.
Spawn?
You walked
You
into
don't
that
wanna do
and you
Spawn.
know it.
Spawn's overpowered
Spawn
as
beats God.
fuck.
and
Yeah,
Satan.
like God was an old lady, as we've talked about.
Spawn had an automatic crotch defense mechanism.
Okay, not the movie Spawn. Venom
I still like
movie
that
Venom
movie.
versus Spawn movie.
I still like that movie.
Venom versus
Like,
Spawn.
but we've never seen movie Venom yet, so we'd have to
Instead of
use
doing-
Yeah,
Eric
we have.
Foreman.
Instead of
Yeah,
doing that, we should
we
just do
have.
an episode where we play that game.
Why not?
I said that. I think it's a badass game.
I think
Yeah,
we
I
should.
agree. I like the
Should
game
we do
too.
that instead
But-
of D&D tonight? Because I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Well,
mind
no,
doing
'cause
that.
you can, I mean, do you need the visuals for that kind?
Not really. Like it's just kind of like a debate.
Whatever.
I don't know.
It don't matter to me.
I guess we
I'm
really
just
don't,
saying, like
especially
we
with-
could just play that sometime instead
Yeah.
of just doing.
No,
I mean,
I'd
you
rather-
can pull one out now if you want.
I'd rather do D&D. We'll pull one out after this.
Well, I mean, like, well, fine. Spawn and then versus who?
Well, no, I don't want
Dude,
Spawn.
let's
There's
do
no one that's
Venom?
comparable
Fine.
to Spawn.
Venom versus who? Who are you gonna put Venom against?
Carnage.
And the disability
Stupid.
cards are cat-like reflexes, can become mist while holding breath, wearing rocket-powered roller skates, and is Amish.
Now, if we go back a little bit, I've got one
All
better
right,
than
so
Venom.
Amish Venom
Oh my
against
God. Clayface.
No, I'm gonna put him against Wolverine on rocket skates.
Oh my
But the
God.
rocket skates are infinite, and he cannot ever shut them off.
No,
Who
I've
has-
got a better
but
one
do-
that's actually from different universes.
Who has cat-like reflexes in this then? So, is Venom also gonna have cat-like
No,
reflexes?
I was just
Never
using
gonna
those
figure
other
out
two
who
because
Eli
cat-like
wants.
reflexes
Kien-
isn't like a
Kien
bad thing.
shoehorned fucking Venom in there, pissing me off.
Just tell us what
Why?
you want.
Alucard versus Alucard. I've already thrown
Wait,
this idea.
which
out.
Alucards?
So,
Both Alucard from Helsing versus Alucard from
Castlevania?
Castlevania.
But I haven't seen Helsing, so.
suppose you could do Alucard and Helsing versus Spawn.
I still
That
feel
is
like-
actually a reasonable one.
I
They're
still
both
feel like Spawn
really-
would probably win.
Probably, but
Yeah.
like they're
It'd
both
probably be a
kind
little
of
bit-
gods.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can just do Venom versus somebody. I don't give a shit.
Venom versus Alucard from Castlevania.
Why are you
Probably
pushing this
give it to
Venom angle so
Alucard.
hard?
Yeah, he wants
Because he's
Venom.
trying to segue
The movie's
into the
relevant.
movie.
I mean,
Well, we
can-
talked about the movie. We could be like Han Solo versus Captain Kirk.
Han
Han
is
Solo,
close.
definitely.
Captain Kirk's
What the
a
hell
piece
is
of
wrong
shit,
with you?
Yeah.
Like, it's like someone was like, who'd win, the Enterprise or the Falcon? It'd be the Enterprise because the Enterprise is a fucking armada ship, where the
Well,
Falcon is this tiny ship comparatively.
Yeah, but I feel like the Falcon has way more maneuverability.
It doesn't
It
matter.
It can go lazily to the left.
I could equate this in World War II boats if you'd like.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Get me, man.
Give you an idea of just like how fucked it would be.
Yeah, but
Boy,
I
that
believe
boy-
I think
that guy
spaceships
knows
would be
maneuvers.
more comparable to like modern boats than World War II ones. Because if you
It wouldn't
Okay.
fucking matter.
if you've got like a fucking if you've got like a fucking destroyer ship, and you're like trying to hunt down a dude that's just in like a big ass fucking speedboat, like yeah, you have way more firepower, but it takes like a solid 45 seconds for a shell to reach its target, usually. Depending on how far they are away.
They wouldn't have to do that if he's in a speedboat, because he just can't fire back.
Well, yeah, true.
They could
But a
probably
boat
just
can be
flak gun his
anything.
ass and he'd be
It could
dead.
be a
Yeah,
boat.
that's a good point.
I was thinking more like a battleship versus a destroyer, because destroyers are on the smaller side of ships.
Yeah. I was just thinking of
Battle
like...
cruiser, because Enterprise is like a scout ship.
I was just thinking of like a one-person ship against like a non-one-person ship.
Rowboats. I'm gonna kick their ass.
I mean,
I
to be
was just
fair.
like, because usually we talk about the
Gotta
shit at
cross
the end of the movie podcast, so I was
When they just
equating the
start
shit that
cannonballs.
we were talking about at the movie on the movie and cinema podcast. So I was like, okay, why not fucking do that? But
Why
like,
not a dinosaur then? We talked about dinosaurs too. Why not
Okay.
freaking what's her
fine,
face?
Indiana Jones versus Chris Pratt's character in fucking Jurassic World.
That's...
Eh,
I mean, Chris Pratt has dinosaurs.
yeah.
Well, does he
No,
get,
he does not.
He get
just,
the
it's,
dinosaurs?
no, it's just him.
Oh. Well, then it's not a contest at all.
Probably just
Because Indiana Jones has a whip.
No, you know what?
You know how much that shit
no, hold
hurts?
Up. I'll allow the dinosaurs if
Very
Indiana
much.
Jones gets short round.
Yeah.
And also some piece of shit female character that doesn't do anything. Because you can use
Oh,
them as bait.
Indiana Jones has to have a refrigerator, too.
Survives it.
survives
Raptors
a
get
T-
bored and
survives a
just leave.
T-Rex attack by hiding in a fridge.
Jubilee versus Robin.
Like Batman and Robin?
Batman and Robin.
Jubilee.
Yeah, Jubilee. She can blow shit up with her
What does
hands.
she- okay, I was about to be like, what does she do?
She's the human sparkler.
Firework. She can't. She shoots fireworks out of her.
Okay, but
Like,
I mean,
they're plastic.
have you ever been shot with a firework?
But she's not a
Shit
competitive
hurts.
fighter either. She
But I mean,
runs
he's
away.
Robin. He can probably dodge.
Yeah,
Bottle
like,
rockets do a substantial amount of damage if they hit you good enough.
but he's Robin. He's acrobatic
so,
as
let's try
fuck.
to-
But he's also cocky.
Try to think of a better.
Depends
Depending on which
Robin.
Robin.
Every form of Robin has been cocky.
Tim Drake really wasn't that cocky.
Tim Drake was cocky in a different way.
Didn't we just say
Can-
Batman and Robin?
Tim
Robin?
Drake was
All right.
always overly
Now,
confident.
hold up. We can do Moon Knight and Batman.
Yeah, there
Moon
we
Knight
go.
for sure.
Yeah,
Moon Knight,
knows that?
he's too fucking crazy for Batman to predict.
He fucking predicts the Joker.
It's true,
I feel like
actually.
Moon Knight's not
I didn't
that
even
crazy.
really
I was
think
gonna
about
say.
Blade versus Alucard from fucking Castlevania.
Blade
Alucard
is a
from
vampire
Castlevania.
hunter. A vampire hunter.
Yeah, but I mean.
So, I mean,
technically,
So is-
Alucard is about the same.
Well, so's Trevor Belmont. And he beats his ass.
yeah, but Trevor's not a vampire.
So.
That just means
So he
Alucard
doesn't
would know
have, like,
weaknesses.
superhuman strength on top of superhuman reflexes. He just has
Kennedy, what
regular...
you guys are.
Bane versus Moon Knight.
He has
No.
Moon Knight. Moon Knight for sure.
Will kick his ass.
Yeah.
So I said
Like saying
Batman.
Batman
They both
versus
have
Bane.
weird themed gear. Both
Bane's
of them
on
are a little
steroids.
crazy when you think about it.
Oh, Batman's super fucking crazy
Yeah.
if you think
Yeah.
about it.
But Moon Knight literally went into the tomb and got moon paraphernalia.
Which is why Moon
And
Knight
moon powers.
Give a shit.
Batman makes his own
Yeah,
bat
that's-
paraphernalia.
Yeah. How the fuck does he make it? How do these workers not catch on?
One of them was in the Dark Knight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's because
when-
he's Morgan
Ugh.
Freeman.
Morgan
We just wanna
Freeman.
do that.
No,
because I
I'm
just-
talking about.
I want Moon Knight awareness to
I'm
go
talking
up.
about that.
Yeah, we're not even
guy.
halfway through the fucking shit. We're just
I
trying
really
to
do
discuss
want
this.
Moon Knight to be a thing.
Fine. Who do you want Moon Knight to fight?
Fucking Batman will work.
Batman versus Moon Knight.
I would watch it.
Yeah?
Fine. Okay.
There's all kinds of other stuff that I would be cool to see too. I
They
would
both got thematical gear.
Batman
both
or
of
not
them are
Batman.
insane.
Moon Knight against Joker would be pretty sweet.
Fine. Moon Knight versus Joker, and we're gonna
Wait,
pick.
no. Moon Knight versus Mark Hamill.
Oh.
Like real world Mark Hamill.
That doesn't work.
No. Moon Knight against Mark Hamill and every single one of his Twitter followers.
Oh no!
I'm like Moon Knight.
Yeah, I'd probably put my money on Moon Knight, but
Yeah.
that's like 117,000
Well, anyway,
people.
if you guys
Moon
think the
Knight's
Moon
way
Knight
more
versus
than
Batman one's unfair, we can give him Robin. But I mean,
Yeah, but Robin would just be killed.
I mean, not necessarily.
Okay.
You
If he was
understate
killed, he'd
how
be brought
good
back.
Robin is sometimes
I'm just
in the
thinking
non-Adam West shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so here are the two disabilities they
Well, I'm
have.
also thinking
Slows
of-
time when their eyes are closed and armed with Porcupine Cannon. Which one gets what?
Alright, armed with a porcupine cannon is not a
Batman.
weakness.
Batman gets the porcupine cannon.
I mean, that
Moon
seems-
Knight gets the eyes closed, slow down time one.
Yeah, because I feel like Batman could still use, like, the, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Moon Knight would not use that very well, so that seems like right up his alley.
Yeah, but Batman would be too good with a porcupine cannon.
I don't think he would be.
He would
How
have
is
time
that-
to study it.
What kind of detriment is
Now,
a porcupine cannon?
Hold up. It's a fucking cannon, so it's holding one round. Alright?
Yeah, true.
He's not gonna be carrying a fuckload of porcupines around with him.
I'm just
Because he's
picturing-
Batman, not Porcupine Man.
I'm just
What if
picturing-
So he gets one fucking shot, and it's a porcupine,
I
and
was
he's
just-
Moon Knight, so it
I
really
was just
doesn't
thinking
matter.
he would have porcupines in like a basket or something. He'd
Yeah,
just
what
put
if
them
he's-
next to the side.
What if he's got like a 20-round magazine porcupines?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to switch it out, we can just give Moon Knight a cat launcher and call it even.
Yeah.
Yeah, but cats against porcupines?
They each get one shot.
Okay, they each get one shot. One of them has
This
a...
is making me sad. Think of the porcupines.
God.
Cats versus
Okay.
porcupines.
So, like, Moon Knight has a cat launcher, and Batman has a porcupine cannon. There.
There, that seems fair.
I feel like a cat.
I'm gonna really
can't
have
match
to
up a
research me up
porcupine,
some
though.
Batman. I don't. Maybe Moon Knight, actually.
Alright, how about Batman and Chitara against Moon Knight and Bill Clinton? I feel
Bill Clinton wins.
yeah, I feel like Moon Knight could use that to his advantage.
No, Bill Clinton just wins. He's gonna seduce all three of them. No, we'll just do Batman versus
Batman versus Moon
Alright,
Knight.
anyways.
God, this has
back
been
to
going on
video
for way
game
too long.
stuff.
People are gonna be pissed.
Back to video
I feel
game
like they
stuff.
already were.
Practically
when we got to
tangent.
the Monster Hunter.
I don't think
part.
enough people listen to really care. Anyways, back to video game
Saudi
shit.
Arabia probably.
Black Ops 4 is in development at Treyarch.
Nobody cares. Black
Next.
Ops 3 was shit.
Next.
Black Ops 3 happened?
It's due to come out
Yeah.
next year.
When was that?
It was really bad.
don't remember
it had
that.
it had the Law and Order guy in it, the white bald dude.
You're
I take
Oh,
offense to that.
Why?
I'm a white bald dude.
You're not bald.
You're
not
white
bald
balding.
yet.
Balding.
Just
I'm
because
getting there.
bald's in the word doesn't mean you are bald yet.
I guess technically he's only balding too, because he's got like the hair around his head.
You always have that. You just have to keep shaving it.
Oh, okay. I actually thought people went actually bald then.
So we just
They
do,
might.
do we? Yeah. So Crash Bandicoot, they're remaking more shit.
What else can they remake?
Crash.
His other
Racing.
games,
Oh.
Crash Racing,
His, yeah, I was gonna say
the
Crash
most
Racing.
ironic game of them all.
I guess I never really, I never really played.
Actually, no, it's more straightforward than
I would
everything.
play a Crash themed like Burnout game where the goal is to crash.
I mean,
That
that's
is
There
pretty
is
awesome.
already a
That's
Burnout
NASCAR.
game where the
That's not.
That's basically
Burnout-
You ever
NASCAR.
played Burnout?
Burnout 3 had a mode where the point
Yeah.
of the game was to make other people
Yeah, it was
crash.
literally to rack
Just
up the
crazy
dollar
crime.
amount of damage you
Yeah,
did.
I had the demo on Need for Speed Underground 2, and I played that more than Need for Speed
I had-
Underground 2.
I had that demo as well, and then I actually, like, my brother was like, man, this is badass, I'm just gonna buy this game.
Right.
And so then we sold Need for Speed.
And got Burnout too.
But yeah, I other than like I played a shit ton of Crash Nitro Kart Racing,
Crash
but that's because
Team
I had it
Racing.
on Game Boy Advance, so I could play it like on the go. And I had it when I was a kid, so I was
Yeah,
always like
Crash
going
Tag
places.
Team.
I was never into Crash, so I don't really give a shit.
But
what they do
other
with
than
it.
like other than that, like the only Crash games I ever played were like 1, 2, and 3, so I don't know what else they could really remaster.
Crash Team Racing. Crash
At least
Team
50
Racing.
people were let go from Capcom Montreal. The people who are working on Dead Rising 4 or 5?
It would be 5.
Five.
I don't give a fuck.
And
Yeah, Dead Rising 4 was lame.
they're making it a less grander scale and more like in a, it's more like a bottle episode than it is anything else.
That's kind of weird. But whatever. I mean, they probably should have just let it die at 4. I mean, the moment that they brought back Frank from Dead Rising 1, it was like, okay, you guys are running out of ideas, just let it go.
His team up
Do
with
something else.
his team up with Chuck Green was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But do
That
they
just
have-
kind of proved that they also had no more ideas because they just brought back another protagonist.
I kinda
Anyway.
liked it, but
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I
Moving
didn't like
on.
Dead Rising 3 either, honestly, so.
I never really liked any of them.
They didn't all have the same main character.
No.
No.
1, 2, and 3 have all different
Different.
protagonists.
Yeah.
And then they brought back
Frank.
Frank for 4, and they teamed up with fucking Chuck from 2.
Also, Nintendo has
Guy
confirmed
names.
that
That was
Yep.
just a DLC. for
Frank
Jim.
and Chuck and Billy Bob.
I can't remember what the number 3 guy was.
Tom.
Was
Redneck
it?
Apocalypse.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't think it was
Mark.
Tom.
The
Nintendo
thing
is
that always gets
I'm gonna
sorry
look it
before
up.
the thing I always gets me about Dead Rising is that Frank is on in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and it makes no fucking sense to me.
He's in a Capcom game.
Yeah, but like as a fighting like it's just like when people are like
He
Phoenix
takes
Wright.
photographs of the
The
other
newest-
person, and it makes the others
The
uncomfortable.
newest
There you
character
go.
of Monster Hunter World.
Frank West.
Like, and then the other one that got me was
Nick.
Nick. Yeah,
Nick Ramos is his name.
yeah, fucking most. I fucking.
Oh wait, is that the like
3.
auto?
He's from
dude?
number 3.
Is he like
Yeah,
the
he's
car
a
guy?
mechanic or
Yeah.
whatever.
Alright. What else we got?
Gil.
Oh yeah, Gil,
Yeah,
go
what's
ahead.
the next thing?
I don't know, Gil, you're really good at this, and I'm
Y'all
just a
need a
faggot,
dick.
so go right ahead.
Are you
You're all
still on
faggots.
about that? You're good.
No, fuck, don't fucking touch me.
Well, now you're just being a faggot.
Yeah, I'm being a douche, but like, Nintendo has finally confirmed Toad's head is indeed his head, and not as.
So he's not wearing a hat.
I don't know.
I
The
don't know
Super
if you
Mario
watched
Super
Super
Show,
Mario
he used it as a
Super Show.
fucking parachute.
Yeah, it's a goddamn
He just takes the
parachute.
top of that shit off. So I'm pretty sure it's a fucking hat.
Yeah.
Nintendo clearly hasn't done their research.
Nintendo, get your
Canonically,
shit
at one
together.
point, it was a hat.
They have not served their time watching that show as I have.
We only watched like 2 episodes.
That's all we needed.
You only watched 2
How much did you watch? I was gonna say.
I thought about it. I was like, I could watch this all the way through. And then it's like, I don't really want to. I think it'll make me dumber by the second.
It switches from live action to animated.
Donnie Yen is. We talked about
Did you
this.
ever watch the fucking Super Mario World television show?
That's the one we're talking about.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
The
yeah,
bizarre-
it's bad.
Do the Mario beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking bad.
Mario
Yeah,
raps.
I was gonna say because that one
No.
switches from live action.
Yeah,
too,
that's the one we were talking about.
But I didn't know what I didn't
Starts
actually
off
know
strong.
what
Nicole
Well, there have been plenty
Yeah,
of
I
Mario
didn't actually know
cartoons
what the name of
anyways.
that
It's
show
on
was.
Netflix.
Yeah, it is actually.
You could probably find it on
Mario
YouTube
Super Show.
if you
There's a
really-
Legend of Zelda one too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
watched
said
that
this.
Oh,
too.
you watched that too?
I said
It's
this,
fucking
and then you were
garbage.
Like, what show?
Wait, which one
No.
was garbage besides
The Legend of Zelda show?
It was
I
better.
thought-
That one's
I thought-
humorous though. That's
No, it's
humorous
not.
garbage.
No, I thought you
fucking
guys were
terrible.
talking about some
You
new
kept
thing.
quoting the fucking
Excuse me,
catchphrase.
princess. Shut the fuck up. That we.
No, excuse me, Princess is from one of the games.
No, it's from them.
Also from
from
the
that
show.
game.
Is it really?
From that
Cartoon.
show.
He says it like 3
Shit
times.
you
Because
not.
it's from one of the fucking Sega CD games
Is he a
too.
date rapist in the games?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the game. It came from that because Link has brown
Ugh.
hair and not blonde. We'll watch it. We can watch it. It's
No, I don't
I'm
want
not
to. I've
watching
played the
reaction.
games. I really don't want
Go
to.
on.
it's fucking bad.
I've
Switch.
played the games. I don't need to watch
Quick,
the
someone
show.
do a clever segue.
Sonic Underground was bad too.
Yeah,
Not
true.
a clever segue.
Donnie Yen is talking about a Sleeping Dogs movie, and I'm pretty stoked.
Did we already talk about this?
No, we talked about it off mic because we were making jokes about
Oh.
Chinese. You're like, I know Chinese people use guns. I've seen Sleeping Dogs. Then they just use karate. I'm like, it's
No,
kung
I-
fu.
Well, no, but we talked about Donnie Yen. Dude,
I thought we
Either
talked
way,
about this.
I like
We
Donnie
talked
Yen,
about
and
this
so
off
I'm
mic
fine
because I
with
was
it.
doing dishes.
No, I'm pretty sure
we
we talked about
could-
this on mic.
It doesn't
before.
matter.
You
I
weren't
like Donnie
here.
Yen. I'll talk about him
Yeah.
more.
See, this is deja vu right now.
Ugh. So yeah,
I'm excited.
Sleeping Dogs is kind of a weird game. So I like Donnie Yen, so I'll watch the movie.
I'll play
We
the
should get a
games.
T-shirt cannon.
What?
Just in general.
Yeah, a
Oh, where
couple
you,
of them.
fucking Christ, Donnie Yen to T-shirt cannon? Get the
I'm
fuck
just
out
saying
of
we
here!
should get a couple T-shirt
And
cannons.
Segue.
shoot what out of it?
T-shirts.
What t-shirt? Just random t-shirts?
Yeah, you can put any T-shirt in there.
It's
Put
a
anything
cannon
in there.
for T-shirts.
You can put anything in it.
Get your babies out of that.
Porcupine.
You could,
No.
but they usually don't fit.
We can make them, I
I
guess.
don't think you're trying hard
Porcupine
enough.
Cannon.
So yeah, what we got?
Epic Games reveals. Oh shit! Epic Games reveals the upcoming Valentine's Day theme for Fortnite.
Yeah, they do a
Why?
flamethrower. Yeah,
Yeah, this is the Valentine's Day
Yep.
theme.
I believe
That's weird.
Yeah. Why?
it. Now, I'm pretty sure that teddy bear right there is a pickaxe, just so you know.
Wait, what?
That's what it looks like to me.
Is a pickaxe? Or
Yeah, that thing has an axe.
Yeah, it's got like wings
It's
coming
right
out
here,
one
John, if you
side,
wanna take
and
a
so
look.
it
I don't
looks
really
like
want
a
to get up.
pickaxe.
Is it a pickaxe or is it?
It does
Does
not.
it
The
have
picture
a
he has
pickaxe?
does not say,
That
but
pink,
it looks like it to me.
that pink bear.
No, I'm asking,
looks fucking insane.
Is it
Like,
a pickaxe
legitimately
or does it
insane.
have?
It is a pickaxe.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
The Surge 2 is coming out, John. The dark science fiction Dark Souls.
Surge 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was definitely like a huge step up from fucking Lords of the Fallen, but
I thought it was
which is the game that they literally
Yeah.
did before.
Yeah.
They've literally spent like the past couple years just trying to copy the
Imitating
Dark Souls formula. Yeah.
Although in the Surge, didn't you like if you took out certain parts, you would get like certain things?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Which was kind of like an interesting thing for them to do.
That seems cool.
The problem is that like their attempt at making decently difficult boss fights, like they went the opposite route of Dark Souls, where it was like, oh, we made a difficult boss fight, but it's totally like a fairness kind of thing, and where like there's legitimately like 100 different avoidable things that the bosses in the Surge can do that you just can't do anything about, and that's why it's hard. And it's all based on RNG when that shit happens. So
Yeah.
it's like, you could totally like go an entire fucking game never experiencing an unfair thing from a boss, or you could potentially never get past the first boss.
Does it say when it's coming out? Or
No,
they
just
announced
early
it?
20.
Okay.
19.
Yeah.
Sometime in the
Didn't
future.
Didn't the first one only come out like a year ago?
Yeah,
2017,
2
yeah.
years ago now, maybe.
Really?
No, 2017.
2017.
I didn't
What
think it
year?
was a 2017 game.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the end of 2016.
Probably.
Beginning of 2017, then I'm assuming.
I don't know.
Somewhere around
Either
there.
way,
Because I remember it being like hyper on sale during summer last year. Because
I
I
just-
almost bought it then, but then I waited a little bit.
I just like since Dark Souls is announced, they're not coming out with any more fucking games for
Yeah.
now. They might just be taking advantage of that void,
It's possible.
and that's why
I mean,
it's
that's pretty
like
much
if
what
it's
everybody's
so
gonna do.
soon after. That's why it's kind of like yeah,
Yeah.
they might just be doing that. But I don't know. I don't care. I won't play it.
Alright, so that's been Them Game Boys. We will be talking about next week on the Legit Movie Podcast who would win in a fight. Moon Knight versus Batman. So,
People
Wait,
are
do
gonna
they
be
still
so
have the
angry.
cannons, or is it
no,
just Moonlight versus
it's just
Batman?
Moon Knight versus Batman. Fuck it, I don't care.
What about Aqualad versus like
Kid
Barnacle
Flash.
Boy?
what?
Barnacle Boy.
SpongeBob.
Aqualad versus Barnacle Boy.
Barnacle Boy has
Aqualad,
no
obviously.
powers.
Barnacle Boy's an old man.
Yeah.
Pissed off
Barnacle
old
Boy
man.
can't do it. He'd just be pissed off the whole time.
Well, now that I totally lost whatever I was going to say.
Aqualad versus somebody.
Yeah.
Flash.
No.
Namor.
Not the
I
same
wasn't
universe.
I
God
wasn't thinking
damn.
of a person.
Maybe
I
we
was
could do-
thinking of a thing.
If they can, like, 'cause-
Aquaman versus Namor.
yeah, but Zach, Kid Flash, they fought before.
Alright, I don't watch this shit. How would I know?
They-
If they're in the same universe and it's DC and Marvel, where
There's a
they've been
possibility
around
they have fought
for like
before.
60 years, they've probably fought, or they're probably just way different in power to where it's just like, yeah, that one will just win.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just really fascinating how he talks to fish.
No, Aqualad is
Squirrel
actually
Girl
pretty
versus
fucking...
One Punch Man.
No, let's just stick with Moon Knight versus Batman. We'll stick with that, god damn it.
Yes.
Alright.
But a good one would be Namor versus Aquaman.
Next time.
None of you know who Namor is?
Yeah,
probably?
he's basically Marvel's
You
Aquaman.
actually know who Namor is?
He's
He does research.
better than Aquaman, technically, because he's got wings on his fucking feet.
Depends which incarnation.
Oh,
How does that
okay,
make it
I know
better?
who that is now. Okay.
How does that make him better?
Because he's got fucking wings on his feet.
It's
Thank you.
basically black-haired Aquaman.
Alright, how
with
about
speed
I know
up.
who you're
Aquaman?
talking about now.
Aquaman and Gandalf against Zeus.
Just
Do
Zeus.
Gandalf versus Dumbledore.
Aren't those just the same people?
Oh, God.
I was
Did you,
actually just gonna say that.
Did one of you actually take the poster?
Oh shit. I forgot about it again.
God.
I was just gonna show John.
Oh, I know. I saw the picture.
Where is it?
All right, so Moon Knight versus Batman. We're not changing it.
Oh, we're still recording.
I
No,
still
we're
kind of
not.
like Aquaman and Gandalf against
Shut the
Zeus.
fuck up.
Next time
Guys,
on
he's
Super
only
Fight.
Zeus, huh?
He's a god who shoots fucking lightning.
So, why would you?
He's a guy who talks.
Yeah, why
in
would
the
you
fish.
put up Aquaman against Zeus? He's just gonna fucking electrocute everything.
You don't.
Yeah,
You
but
never.
that's
You never.
ocean.
That's
That's
why
how
I
it
gave him
ends.
Gandalf.
Fucking Gandalf gets beat by the Witch King. He ain't no match for
He
Zeus.
doesn't necessarily get. He beats a fucking Balrog.
Zeus is
He
just
does
gonna...
not beat him.
I mean,
Zeus is...
he kind of
He
does.
survives the fall.
Zeus...
True, but then they fight afterwards.
Zeus is just gonna zap the ocean with lightning, and that's how he's gonna win. against
Aquaman doesn't
Aquaman.
have to be in the ocean.
Well, yes, but doesn't he help control the oceans?
No, he's just the king of Atlantis.
All right,
That's
fine,
Poseidon.
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
Why are we watching
What the
wrestling?
fuck?
I don't know.
Yay.
I accidentally turned it on the TV. I'm sorry.
Yeah. See,
Oh,
here's how we know that Zach doesn't pay attention to shit. He linked what he was watching on YouTube
It was an
onto my
accident,
fucking
wasn't it?
That's
television.
not how you spell. That's
It was
not
an
the
accident.
I
proper
know.
use of knife.
I know.
That wasn't supposed to happen. I
How
don't
did
know
I put
how it
Aquaman?
happened.
This is why you need to shut the fuck up about Aquaman.
I hit exit.
No,
I did
I
not
actually
hit
don't know who'd
connect
win
to TV.
between Aquaman and Namor.
I actually know
Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Have a good night.
Oh, we're
fuck,
still recording?
Still going?